Morning guys, good morning once again. Welcome to South Africa Lately, a channel where we discuss South African trending news. We do however grab here and there from international news when it is trending enough to be brought here. I'm bringing you two stories this morning. The first story is going to be that of extortion in the Eastern Cape and the extortion in KZN, with one serious murderer being eliminated. You know, these stories will make you see how bad South Africa is. So King DALINDYEBO has been complaining over the past weeks, mentioning the same guy who has just been eliminated by the police recently by the name Mareke, who is a self-appointed chief of some area in the Eastern Cape. So you get to see how serious this is. You know, and to think we are not seeing the full scale of it, it is actually very scary. So King DALINDYEBO has not been scared to mention names. After the elimination of Mareke by the cops, King DALINDYEBO released a statement reiterating that Mareke was not the chief or any chief in the Eastern Cape. He was a self-appointed chief, and also recognized the fact that the law enforcement officers are doing their job. So basically here, King DALINDYEBO is reiterating what he has been saying all along, that he doesn't know this guy. This guy is a criminal who is extorting the community together with politicians.
And then Abulal was in Kawes Jongo Mareke. My life is just too precious. Orubula was in Kawan, Ben Seven Zanoi Selum Fan. In that time, Jay Zolole. Ben Seven Zanoi say, we say, why don't you? Not going to car, quick what lies. Yabiza Mareke ngokwenjenje noba ukhona apha ngeempipi zakho yisakumngqo kwedini. Zamane zetho ngamakhwenkwa kulezi gajaki ezisebenzisa imali yobututu nobusela sawugqiba zizibone zibakhulu apha kum. Andityi imali yabusela mna.
Benefit of those who did not understand that closer language, he is saying he used to work with his father and his father was not like him. He even goes as far as saying that maybe he's not even the child of the man he used to work with. He says he cannot be scared of the people who are eating money from Thakari, who are extorting the community. He says, I am not even scared of you. My blood is too precious to be killed by you. So if you want to find me, you can come. I'm calling you to come. You know, that was a very terminal that call was very terminal. I'm sorry. You know, if you terrorize people like that, it's very difficult for us to feel pity even for your family.
Libon, Lucas. Libon.
And wherever you see, this is what I've noticed with these gangs, the extortion gangs. They move around with security guards that carry guns that you look at them like ordinary people move with such guns. Why? Why do they need so much guns? Why do they need such guns? What are they protecting themselves from? You have to ask yourself these questions and play far from them. So this guy didn't even feel that his life was about to end because he was that full of himself. Even if when you hear how he lost his life, he went to go to the NIU to say, why am I being searched? Why?
This morning. So the concerns that have been raised here about extortion, but I want to hear from your end, what's your explanation about what's happening?
kahle nje into extortion ke lethetha ngayo ne ingakumbi nento nesikole into engakho lene ngamangahlaza qha ngizothi mhlambe ititsha lesikole apha ekuhlaleni njengale engujekubeni ingena kwinto zepolitics zepolitics zobulita professional leaders ekuhlaleni ingeniswa ngutata ke oyikukumkana asoyiphosisa into lene ngaume naye kwa into ephambili kuye ndiqaphela into unako ungasihloniphi okanye isikhokhele esikhoyo apha ekuhlaleni ne ngamagama phusha extortion asiyazi isenzeka esikolweni nento ayisizisa esikolweni into yokuba kunezikhalazo ngabahlali bakhalaza ntoni into yokuba isikolo asikho clean simda njengoba nibona nani bakhalaza into yokuba abantwana baphuma early esikolweni ngo-11 nansi into esasicela meeting naye uJekubeni.
There the guy is basically denying the allegations of extortion, saying even the principal that is spoken about, he is trying to interfere with the leadership of the community. He doesn't respect the community's leadership, and the king is siding with him. So basically he's denying it. He says, we don't know anything about extortion. You know, you look at such things and you're like, no, we really needed change. Honestly, we couldn't go as usual. The ANC had to lose the majority. It just had to lose the majority. Honestly, if you know what I mean. This is the special school for the blind and the deaf. A school that allegedly Chief Mareke, Dalindyebo Mareke was extorting. Allegedly was asking for extortion, demanding the extortion fee of about 50k from the principal. The same principal is now saying refused to follow or to respect the leadership of the community. I think he was speaking about himself, you know, and his people that are working with him. You have to be very heartless, I must say, to be extorting such a school. The school that you see needs more financial help. That is where you go and demand that you get extortion fee. So this one says this is a special school for the blind and the deaf in Mthatha, where Chief Dalindyebo Mareke wanted extortion fee of 5,000 rand from the principal every time and threatened to kill him. The guy deserves to die. He was disgusting. So it's amazing that he gave himself the name Dalindyebo. Yet he took Inzolo from the people completely out. Now, if you don't know what Inzolo means, it just means peace. Basically, the name that he gave himself, he meant he is the creator of peace. Yet he took peace away from the people. This is the message that he sent to the principal that is now accusing of not following the leadership of the community, meaning him. Says principal was a efafa ngokuzithoba okukhulu sikunika iveki ungekasiniki 50,000 sizoza sizolanda eza millions nihlala nazo apho zizinkawu sihleli enye into siyakwazi awulali efafa kwaye sizoyichisa efafa kuba awilandeli imiyalelo yethu kwaye sizokuthela chu kwaye awusixakanga uxelele nalamfitshimfitshi ingu-deputy siyijongile ke leyo zeniyazi sinibukele imihla yonke uqale namhlanje ukubala kule veki ndithetha ngayo okanye kuzochitheka igazi labantwana ndikufowunele wesuke wakhathisha the time ticking. You know, he was busy threatening the principal and the deputy principal. So today, who is not here with us?
I actually don't know if you can hear this, but there's literally gunfire sounding out. I literally don't know what it is. This is in Mthatha. This is how precarious the situation is. I'm going to investigate and obviously try and find out what the hell is going on, but that sounds like proper gunfire.
What this guy didn't know is that moment was the fall of the self-appointed Chief Mareke. That very moment, Mareke was leaving the community of Mthatha alone, permanently. You see, we have to be very careful of how we live our lives. So sometimes you ask yourself when you see people behaving like this, like, did their parents know that their children will turn out to be like that? How are they feeling? You know, There is no way as a parent you'd be happy when you hear that your child is doing such a thing, or maybe sometimes it doesn't even reach them that their children are doing such things. So it is actually disappointing, because even relatives now, when you have a member that is behaving like this, people look at you somehow, and your own life is even at risk, because people might use you to avenge their family members who have been killed or harmed by an individual like this coming from your own family. So it doesn't only affect them, it spills over to the family members. The whole clinic had to close down for Saturday operations because there was a threat that the clinic would be robbed. The community had to inform the clinic management that there's something like this looming. Be on the lookout.
Department of Health received reports from the healthcare workers from this facility, MZWANELE Clinic on Bishilia Street, telling them that they were informed by community members that there would be a possible robbery that will happen here, and that's when the clinic had to close on Saturday. Now, the clinic normally does operate on Saturdays, as well as it wasn't opened yesterday as well. It was not opened the entire week. It had to be temporarily closed because of these reports that came from the community members.
Breaking news, another wanted murder suspect has been killed in a confrontation with KZN police. He was found hiding out in the Marian Hills area this morning. The man allegedly resisted arrest and opened fire on officers, but died when they responded. The operation was carried out by the DPCI Provincial Tracking Team, DPCI Anti-Gang Unit, Provincial TRT, PMBKS, Provincial Forensic Leads Unit, Metro Police, SODI, Crime Intelligence, EOS, Fidelity SIU, and Magma Security and investigators. Sure, that was hectic. The update says so far the suspect is linked to at least 17 murders and an attempted murder. That was in a single year. That was in a single year. Do you understand how much? Because the person doesn't mean that it started this year. What about the year before that one? What about a year? How about the other years? And the people that are close to this person that are doing the same thing with him, how many people have they murdered? I can tell you now, KZN is one of the very armed provinces. You know, like almost any person that you cannot even imagine that they have a gun, they have. And the chances are they have no good intentions of using it. So, do you understand how much we needed this change in government? We needed this change, and I'm even praying God don't take us back to where we were before. When I say where we were before, I don't want any political power to have absolute power. I don't want any political power political party to have the 2/3 majority. That's what I'm saying. I want where the political leaders are policing one another to make sure that the country is stable. We cannot go back there. Honestly, we cannot. It didn't serve us well. We cannot, because these are the results, and no one is excluded from this. When I'll talk about the ANC, the EFF, the MK, all the parties that are breakaway parties from the ANC, those are the same things. So we cannot go back there. We cannot. With that, thank you for watching my videos.